Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Dallas Hardcastle, and I want to help you to create an insatiable drive so that you can design exactly the life that you want. Today, I want us to talk a little bit about the two differences which are huge in measure, but just take a short step between the two. And that is being a part of the spiral of spectacular and the cyclone of suck. So what are these two differences between the spiral of spectacular and the cyclone of suck? Well, using my hands here, I'm trying to indicate that they seem like two things that are so far apart, okay? Spectacular, suck. But I also, beyond this visual, want to give you the idea that as I'm working with friends and my clients, every day I see definitively that the difference between these two is just a fraction. It's just this much, literally. And what I mean by that is that people that are in this spiral of spectacular, where the things are just going right in their lives, where they are intentionally making a decision to design a life. They're intentional about doing the things that are going to allow them to create the amount of time they want to have, to create the lifestyle they want to have, to create a business they want to have, to do the things they want to do the things they want to do with the people they want to do them at the regularity when they want to do them. If it's taking 3 vacations or 5 vacations a year. One of my friends likes to take 1 week every single month. So he works for 3 weeks, and then he takes the last week of every month off. Keeps them very fresh, very excited. They have 3 kids. He and his whole family get to travel all over the world doing this. What is the difference between that lifestyle, where they're intentionally designing all of this, and then where we have the spiral of suckage? We're here on this earth. Golly, it is a blink of an eye, literally. I mean, it's a flicker. It's a flicker that we're here and then all of a sudden we're not. It's a flicker that we're in our 20s and then we're in our 50s. It's a flicker that we think about all of our dreams and our goals when we were young, and then when we're in our 80s or 90s and we're reflecting back on our lives and all the things we did and unfortunately did not do. So the cyclone of suck comes from people, I find, just missing one intentional decision a day. And that's all that it is. So that is the request, that's the plea to you, my friend, is create one intentional decision a day that otherwise maybe you would not have done. That one intentional decision to go see something that maybe you otherwise wouldn't have seen. That one intentional decision to maybe go read something. That one intentional step to learn one more thing about an area of yours that is a passion. That one more step that will allow you to do one more thing with your family or with your children or with a loved one. That one intentional step that allows you to learn one more thing that otherwise you wouldn't have learned if we were over here in kind of this cyclone, rather than taking one intentional decision that day, one a day, to go up here into our spiral rather than down into our cyclone, okay? Today, make one intentional decision. Make one intentional decision to do that thing that you know that's going to allow you to begin with that baby step to start designing your life. So you're not making a living, you're designing the life, and you can design that life to be exactly what you want it to be. How do you want it to look? Where do you want to be in 6 months? Where do you want to be in 3 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years? What is that life going to look like? What is the house going to look like? What is the family going to look like? What is the vacation going to look like? What is the family going to look like? What are your friends going to look like? What are your hobbies, your excitements? What are all these things going to look like? Design these things by taking one intentional decision, one intentional step today, and then do that again tomorrow, and then do that the next day, and you're going to begin to find yourself going up and up in that spiral more and more. I hope this has been really helpful to you. Again, my name is Dallas Hardcastle. If this has been helpful to you at all, please feel free to leave a comment, like us on Facebook, or feel free to send us an email and just let us know how this affected you, or maybe something, a struggle or a triumph that you've just had very, very recently. We really genuinely love to hear about these things. So please feel free to leave that comment, like us on Facebook. And last, if this really has been helpful to you, or if you know somebody else that this could be helpful for, please share this with them. We want our message to be able to spread all over the world so that we can help as many people who need to hear this, because most of the time we don't know someone who needs to hear it. On the outside, things are really, really good because we're hiding that from our friends and our family, while inside these walls, inside the household sometime, there's a lot of stress and trouble and grief going on that most of the time, even as friends and family, we're just not aware of. So if there's anybody you think could maybe benefit from our message, please feel free to share it with them, and we would love to help them out, or at least be able to do what we can to try to get that insatiable drive ignited inside of them to help them design a life that's exactly what they want and not just making a living. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. We look forward to talking to you soon.